Klaus.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. First of all, a big thank you, Marco, and the organizers for inviting me today to present EIT Manufacturing and also our idea of the future of manufacturing in Europe. But let me start with the importance of manufacturing. We have more than 2 million industry organizations around in Europe active in the manufacturing domain, employing more than 30 million citizens. So manufacturing is still the core of Europe's welfare and prosperity. We are a so-called KIC, a knowledge and innovation community operating under the umbrella of the European Institute of Innovation and Technology. And we are one of the youngest. The first KICs were established in 2011, energy, digital, climate. We started our operations in 2020. We are a partnership, an industry-driven partnership. We have now close to 200 members. The majority are from industry. And we are open for new members if you are interested in. After my talk, please don't hesitate and contact me to join our. And you see the picture on the left side. We are really a VCC. You know what a VCC is? A very cool community. And our vision is, manufacturing innovation is led by Europe. Europe has been always the home of industry and a pioneer in manufacturing innovation. And this will be valid also in the future after Industry 4.0, in Industry 5.0, in Industry 6.0. This is the vision of EIT Manufacturing. And to make this vision real, we bring together all stakeholders, universities, RDOs, industry, together for an entrepreneurial and a sustainable Europe. Over the first and a half years we are now operating, we have built up an innovation infrastructure all over in Europe. We have built up 6 so-called co-location center physical presences, where we have offices, where we have people, 1 in Milan, 1 in Athens, 1 in Germany, in Darmstadt, 1 in San Sebastian in Spain, in Göteborg in Sweden, and in Vienna in Austria. And in the other countries, we have our local ambassadors, innovation hubs, partner organizations. They act on our behalf. We are a unique Europe-wide network of industry and science, and we have an holistic approach, integrating education, entrepreneurship, and innovation. We have developed our online learning platform, skills.move, from manufacturers, for manufacturers, where a lot of our partners deliver training content for the manufacturing domain. We have our open innovation platform, Agora, where we have, for instance, our webinars, Tuesdays from Future. Last Tuesday was a webinar about hydrogen. So if you are interested in, sign up for Agora. And one important topic is also our academic education. We run an own master school, an own PhD program, and last but not least, our startup support. We have built up in these 2 years a pipeline of more than 500 startups. 100 we have under our support, where we have signed a term sheet with them, supporting them either financially or with our business development services. And the most goal for us is to connect existing industry with the startups, to bring them together. And we also financially support the collaboration between the startups and the existing industry. So far to EIT Manufacturing. Now let's talk a little bit about our idea of manufacturing. Manufacturing was always driven by the triangle of cost, quality, and time. And we have to take sustainability, so the decrease of energy consumption, the decarbonization of industry, the increase of the reuse of prefabricated elements of raw materials. We have to take this on the same level than cost, quality, and time. And in this context, we have to rethink manufacturing. We have to rethink what we manufacture, and we have to rethink how we manufacture. And we have to look at these challenges more as an opportunity, especially the transition towards a circular economy. There will be a market for remanufacturing. There will be a market for green technologies. And Europe has a unique opportunity to become the market leader for that. If we take the example of batteries, we are building currently all over in Europe new plants for battery production. And all the raw materials that are needed for batteries, lithium, cobalt, manganese, graphite, you name it, they are not available in Europe. So recycling of these batteries is a must. And this has to be taken into consideration in the design and engineering of the batteries, and also in the design and engineering of the production of the batteries. We support this year a project with more than $500,000 for automating the dismantling of batteries. As one example, what we are doing in this regard. And digitalization, the digital tools, is a very important tool to go for this goal, a green Europe. And the IoT platforms, Florian Hartznetter presented yesterday, and I think Rainer Brehm will also give us some insight later on during the day, is important tools. But we have also inside manufacturing, we have new emerging technologies, we have new emerging manufacturing concepts, manufacturing value chains. But this is a very fragmented landscape. We have new manufacturing techniques like composite fabrication, additive manufacturing, laser processing. We have new manufacturing concepts moving away from the predetermined fixed production line towards flexible, autonomous, self-organization production cells. We have new manufacturing business models, manufacturing as a service, manufacturing ecosystem. And last but not least, our biggest asset is our skilled and experienced workforce. And we have to build the human beings in the middle of our thinking. But this is, as I said, a very fragmented landscape. And the idea of the European manufacturing system is to bring this in a holistic view, in an innovation-driven, human-centric view. And this is a joint task of all of us, of the industry association, the society, the universities, the RDOs. We need all of you for that. And this is a first sketch how such, from a technical point of view, such a system could look like. All starts with the data. Manufacturing data spaces is the foundation. And therefore, we are very active in Gaia-X. We are part of the Lighthouse project of Gaia-X. And manufacturing data spaces, to my point, is not that much a technical problem. It's a political problem to generate a trusted environment where all participants are willing to share their data, where all the participants get a fair share of the value of the data, because these data have a value. And then the digital tools, in our factories and plants, we are mostly dealing with physical properties, with magnetic fields, with the movement of mechanical parts, with the fluid of liquids, with magnetic fields, with temperature. And to calculate all these physical properties, we need a sound mathematical base. So data analytics and artificial intelligence has to go hand in hand with mathematical modeling and simulation. And our factories and plants are critical infrastructure. So cybersecurity has to be on the agenda of the top management. It could be not delegated to the IT department in the manufacturing companies. But this is only the technical view. We have to look broader. Manufacturing as a socio-technical domain. And we have to put the people in the middle. You know, if I look back 8, 10, 12, 15 years ago, I was challenged a lot in panel discussions by politician journalists that with all the digitalization, with the automation, we destroy the workplaces in industry and we cause huge social negative impact in our societies. But the opposite is now true. We have a shortage of people. Of course, we need different profile. We have a big movement, let's say, from muscle power and physical strength to brain power. In the past, we employed let's say, less educated people that carried boxes. Now we need very, very well-educated people that manage, supervise, control, program all the robots, the conveyor belts, the automated vehicles, all the automated equipment in our factories and plants. And therefore, education is important. And people will remain integral part. And we have to look at the technologies from the people point of view, that they augment and support the capabilities of the human being in our factories and plants. And we have to generate an environment where technologies and human being really work smoothly together and interact flexibly and smoothly together. But this is not only for the shop floor, also in the management. To run a manufacturing company in the digital economy requires different qualities. The decision, if I sell my product as a box, as I have done for decades, or if I sell maybe the box for a lower price or even for free and make my business with the services around the box. This is a decision for many of manufacturing companies in the future when we move towards the digital economy. But back to the education, I'm very proud that we as EIT Manufacturing has been nominated to organize and manage the so-called Deep Tech Talent Initiative, one of the 4 flagships of the new innovation agenda of the European Union. The goal is really to train in the next 3 years 1 million European citizens in deep technologies. And if you have a training to offer, please subscribe as a pledger for the supply side on our website for TDDI. And if you are interested in the trainings, supply on the demand side, if you see need for trainings. And if you want to support the TDDI, supply as a sponsor. That's my last appeal to you. Thank you again for having the opportunities to present my ideas here. Thank you.
Thank you so much also for introducing this very interesting initiative that I'm sure that many companies might be interested in.
Yep.
Just a final question, and I remind you all that you can always ask questions to the panelists through the SMS and WhatsApp that you already used yesterday. But
one final point to the Deep Tech Talent Initiative. If you want to know more about it, Johan Stare, he's the mastermind behind it.
All right. Great. So you can also contact him. Well, you do have a broad experience that you gave us an idea of your vision of the future of manufacturing. But given what happened, since the pandemic, and then we have this new kind of disruption, what's your sense of the reaction? What did you observe through your networks of innovation and partners that gives you the sense of where the industry is going and where we'll go in the future?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, it confirmed really the benefit of going for more digitalization in the production. Due to our experience, those companies that were ahead in the digitalization came better out of the crisis than those that are behind. Yeah, this is one takeaway from the COVID crisis, and with the Ukraine war and also from COVID, we have experienced how vulnerable and how fragile our complex distributed value chains, worldwide distributed value chains are. And there we see really a consolidation in the value chains. Many companies moving production back to Europe, looking how they can really ensure that they have access to the raw materials, to the prefabricated parts they need for their production.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Klaus Beetz, the first recommendation of the Decalogue of the World Manufacturing Forum report this year was keep calm and don't rush to restructure your supply chain under the pressure of crisis.
Yeah. And of course, there should be no hip shooting. Yeah, analyze carefully where you are, what has changed in your environment worldwide, and then take the concrete action. I fully agree. We should do no hip shooting there. Yeah.
All right. this is one of the topics we're going to discuss now with the roundtable. Klaus Beetz, thanks again
Thank you.
for joining the World Manufacturing Forum.